Virginia. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, there's nothing quite like it. We are just about ready. Cameron Dicker has the honors, and we are underway here at SoFi. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So out come the Raiders for their opening drive, and at the helm in his first year in silver and black, 6th season overall, Gardner Minshew.
And he's someone who brings a ton of personality with him, but don't let that fool you. He's more than capable of playing winning football at this level and has actually done so. I don't know if he's their long-term answer under center, but as long as he trots out there, they'll have a puncher's chance and maybe a bit more to compete with any team they line up against. One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs. Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Off play action, it's Minshew. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Deion Henley in there to bring him down. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he's looking to bounce back after an injury-riddled season a year ago. Herbert, obviously one of the most talented quarterbacks in the league, but that doesn't do you any good when you stand on the sidelines wearing a baseball cap. If this team's ever going to reach their full potential, they've got to find a way to keep him upright. And with his new head coach, Jim Harbaugh, on the fold, they'll do exactly that. They'll have a chance to win a lot of games with Justin Herbert on the field.
They'll run here with a rookie. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. A 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8. Minshew sets to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Vidal. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. Here's a peek at their past draft class. And, Charles, sometimes you'll see teams that have really specific needs they want to fill. Some can just say, well, I'm going to take the next best guy available. Maybe we see a little bit of both here in this draft.
I think you're right about that, Brandon. Plenty of talent in their class this year, some of which will contribute early and some which will be called upon down the road. The GM makes the final call after all the input from the scouts and the coaches. Now it's up to the coaches to develop the guys that the GM picked.
Herbert. And connecting here with DJ Sharp. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That one out wide and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. Here's Minshew. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Minshew. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Vidal. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Back to throw here, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Connecting here with Chark on the out route. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. That's once again complete to Chark. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And there defensively was Jack Jones.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 5. Herbert now. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Early football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Herbert off of play action. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. We're getting close to the end zone, and you know that rookie wants the ball back. He's looking for his 1st career touchdown.
He certainly is, and you just wonder with the coaching staff, is it trust in him this early? Or are they trying to get him going, give him confidence early in his NFL career? Either way, they want him to score.
Here's Herbert. Flushed out right. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
And I don't think he got in. He did it. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
And a decent little gain puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Davis now to return it. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. The Chargers getting set to go.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They run the counter. Vidal. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless 1st half.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Touchdown, Chargers! Quentin Johnston, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he is going to lose yardage here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the 1st by a few yards. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Byron Young forcing his way in there for the sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this 1st half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure.
He's got a man complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, a big play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Dicker now to tack on the extra point.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Well, now how about this return?
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And that's complete to Adams. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete.
So we've reached halftime.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Second and a couple.
They run the counter. The ball. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right. He struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't it?
It really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
2nd and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man is Myers. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
2 yards to gain the first here. Minshew sets to throw. That is caught. Breaks the tackles, got room to run. Still on his feet. Davante Adams, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 13-7. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So out come the Chargers. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 37. Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
If there's ever anyone born to be an efficient slot receiver, it's Ladd McConkey. Gets in and out of breaks so well and creates excellent separation. And then after the catch, knows how to turn upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. To the air again, Herbert. That is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 13-yard line. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Herbert. They shake. Herbert has it knocked free. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A 1-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
And his kick here is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Davante Adams to the field again.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
You get hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Off play action, it's Minshew. That's caught by Myers. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A game of 15. First down, Raiders.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. This goes out wide from Madison. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. From just shy of midfield, here's a second down and 9. Here's Minshew. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he's got this down to the 35. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a first down. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. Touchdown! Davante Adams. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chargers ready to take over. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Here's second and 10. Herbert now. And Sharp calls it in. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Chargers. DJ Chark, 62 yards. And the Chargers use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes this a 9-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. There's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now Minshew. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bowers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Great effort by Derwin James on the stop. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best run.
This is caught inside the 15. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. Looking to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Raiders are back within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Charger drive about to get going. Things sure were looking good for him at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Here's Herbert.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now it's Herbert. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Vidal. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now Herbert. His throw incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well, and maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
Herbert now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division.